The text came at 9:47 p.m. You should come to the office party tonight. It's more fun than you think. Don't be shy. It was from her, my wife, but something about the way it read made my chest tighten. She'd never invited me to a work event before. Not seriously. Usually, she said they were boring, awkward, a waste of time. And yet here she was almost pleading or maybe testing me. I stared at the screen for a long moment, unsure why my stomach churned. I tried to brush it off. Maybe it was just her wanting me there this time. Maybe it was nothing. By the time we arrived at the office party, I should have felt calm. The place was buzzing with laughter, music, the faint aroma of cheap catered food. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I was stepping into a trap. She was there, looking beautiful in a dress I'd helped pick out, chatting with colleagues. She smiled when she saw me, a little too brightly, and I noticed the way she subtly shifted when her boss approached. A small detail, but enough to make my skin crawl. Then I saw him, her boss, a man I'd met only a handful of times, polite, professional, until he looked directly at me, his smirk slow, knowing, and he said, almost casually, "Oh, you're the ex?" Her hand froze mid-lift, a champagne flute trembling slightly. Her face went pale, like someone had just thrown cold water over her. My chest tightened so suddenly that I felt like I couldn't breathe. Ex? For a moment, I wanted to laugh at the absurdity. She was my wife, and yet the way her boss said it, the way she stiffened, told me there was more beneath the surface than I wanted to admit. The night dragged on. I watched her closely, trying to convince myself I was overreacting. But then came the subtle signs I hadn't noticed before. Her phone vibrating constantly in her purse. The quiet smiles exchanged with people I didn't know. The sudden whispers and half-turns when she thought I wasn't paying attention. I questioned myself first. Maybe I was imagining things. Maybe I was being paranoid. But the pit in my stomach refused to lie down. Later, as we took a break on the balcony, I noticed her thumb hovering over her phone, hesitating before typing. And then, just for a second, I caught a glimpse of a message. Had a great time tonight. Can't wait to see you alone. It was brief, almost disposable. But I need more. My heart sank, the betrayal slicing through me in sharp, sudden pain. I confronted her quietly in the car on the way home. "Who's that?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She hesitated, eyes wide, fingers gripping the steering wheel. It's nothing. Just someone from work. You're overthinking it. I swallowed hard, trying not to shake. So you didn't want me at the party because of him? Her silence was louder than any answer. The following days were worse. Every little thing reminded me of the scene. The smirk of her boss, her frozen face, the messages I didn't want to see. Memories I thought were safe, quiet nights at home, casual touches, whispered jokes. Now felt tainted, like illusions I'd been forced to believe in. Finally, I asked her to talk. We sat in the living room, the weight of weeks of suspicion and heartbreak pressing down. "Tell me the truth," I said. "I need it, even if it hurts." Her eyes filled with tears, and for the first time, I saw real guilt. "I never meant for you to find out like this," she whispered. "I got close to him, but I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how it happened." I listened, and for a moment, I felt the love I had for her struggling to survive amid the betrayal. But love alone couldn't erase what I'd seen, what I felt. I made a choice. I packed a bag, and she watched in stunned silence, tears streaming. I can't stay," I said, my voice calm but resolute. "I loved you. I still do. But I can't live in a marriage where I'm being lied to, even in small ways." She tried to reach for me, to beg, to explain. But I stepped back. I didn't shout. I didn't slam doors. I left quietly, because some endings aren't about drama. They're about preserving your own dignity. Weeks later, I walk past that office building sometimes. I see the same faces in passing, and I remember the night my heart broke in a crowded room, the smirk of a man who didn't even know the full story, and the white, panicked face of the woman I thought I knew. I'll always carry the memory of that betrayal, the shock, the humiliation, the heartbreak. But I also carry something else, the strength to leave, the courage to reclaim my life, and the quiet understanding that love, no matter how deep, can't survive lies and deceit. And sometimes the hardest thing you can do is walk away from someone you love. But the reward is not pain. It's the knowledge that you didn't compromise who you are, that you preserve your worth, and that eventually you'll rebuild stronger than before.